Welcome to Challenge Accepted with Jonah C. I'd like to welcome all of you and thank you for joining me on this special and most demanded volume of episodes, Messages from the Universe, Volume 4, Beyond the Static of Your Survival Mind. Check out Volumes 1 through 3 to get a feel of all these unique episodes. I thought I'd channel a more in-your-face, no-holds-bar, tell it like it is, being sent to me by the universe type of show. And I wrote this episode not as a total feel-good show like the previous 3 volumes of Messages from the Universe, but more of the time to act is now. The time to listen is now. Or the time to take hold is now. Or it's time to take these messages serious type of show. These messages will challenge you. So sit back, tune in, prepare to level up, be prepared to take action for your life. Are you ready? I am. I'm Jonah. I'm your person. Let's get to it. The universe has been speaking to you. Not once, not twice, daily. In whispers, in interruptions, in the moments you call coincidence, but that are anything but. You keep asking, why is the world like this? Why is my life stuck? Why can't things change? The answer is not hidden. It has been echoing inside you. The question is not whether you are being guided. The question is, why aren't you listening? Look around. Humanity is restless, divided, aching. People are running toward noise and away from stillness. You see it in the headlines. You feel it in your body. Yet the messages keep coming. Some of you hear them and dismiss them. Some of you hear them and wait for a better time. And some of you bury them under fear until you can no longer recognize them as truth. This is not punishment. It is opportunity. 10 messages are here for you. If you ignore them, you will repeat the pain. If you accept them, you will rise. You hear me every time you say, I just need some peace. Every time you wish the world would quiet down. Every time you can't sleep because your mind won't stop racing. This is not just stress. This is me reminding you. You are drowning in noise because you refuse to honor silence. Look at your days. Every spare moment is filled with scrolling, with headlines, with arguments that change nothing. You wonder why you are exhausted, why the chaos of the world feels unbearable. It is because you've forgotten the one medicine that heals. Stillness. You keep waiting for silence to show up for you. It won't. You must choose it. You must protect it. Silence is not absence. It is alignment. In silence, you remember who you are. In silence, you stop reacting to everything outside you and start listening to what is already inside. If you ignore this message, the noise will own you. You will be pulled by every crisis, every opinion, every storm. But if you listen, if you create even a few sacred moments for true silence, the noise loses its grip. You stop being a victim of the world's chaos and become its calm. Challenge yourself. Today, find 10 minutes with no phone, no music, no conversation, just you and silence. Notice how quickly the noise inside fights back, and stay anyway. The inheritance of fear. You hear me every time you hesitate, every time you say, "What if I fail?" Every time you play small because you're afraid of being seen. That hesitation is not instinct. It is inherited fear. It was handed to you long before you knew your own name. Fear has a way of being passed down like a family heirloom. Your ancestors carried it. Your culture feeds it. Your world normalizes it. You were taught to be careful, to stay safe, to not take the risk. But what has fear actually given you? Less living, less joy, less truth. You mistake fear for wisdom. It is not wisdom. It is a cage. And the longer you obey it, the more you reinforce the bars around your own life. I did not place you here to repeat the fears of the past. I placed you here to transform them. And the moment you act in courage, small or large, you break the chains not only for yourself, but for everyone connected to you. Fear dissolves when you face it. Courage spreads when you practice it. Stop worshiping fear as if it's a protection. It never was. It never will be. Challenge yourself. Name one decision you've delayed because of fear. Take the first step toward it within the next 24 hours, no matter how small. Naming your wound. You've carried pain longer than you admit. You distract yourself with work, with noise, with endless motion, pretending that if you keep moving fast enough, it won't catch you. But it always does. It shows up in the sharp tone you didn't mean to use. It rises when you avoid certain people or places. It lingers in the way you replay a memory that still stings, as if repeating it could finally change the ending. The wound you won't name controls you. It shapes your choices, narrows your vision, and decides your limits long before you even try. It tells you who to trust, how much to risk, how far to reach. It whispers that playing small is safety, that silence is peace, that numbness is strength. And yet, deep down, you already know this is not living. It is surviving. Naming the wound is not weakness. It is courage. And the moment you admit what has hurt you, the wound loses power. And when you can say, yes, this scar exists, you stop letting it speak louder than your own soul. But beware. Many turn their wound into identity. They wear it like armor, repeat it like a story, even use it as proof of worthiness. This is worship, not healing. Your strength is not in hiding or glorifying the wound. It is naming it, facing it, and then stepping beyond it. The wound shaped you, yes, but it is not you. Once named, The energy trapped in pain becomes fuel for compassion, clarity, and vision. This is how cycles end, and this is how freedom begins. Challenge yourself. Say out loud, "This is my wound." Do not soften it. Do not justify it. Name it clearly, then ask, what will I choose now that I am no longer pretending it isn't there? Fighting darkness with darkness. You've tried it before, matching anger with anger, meeting hate with hate, throwing back the same sharpness that was thrown at you. And for a moment, it feels powerful. But afterward, you notice it. The emptiness, the exhaustion, the sense that nothing was solved, only deepened. This is the trap of fighting darkness with darkness. It multiplies. Every time you mirror the very energy that hurt you, the cycle grows stronger. Every time you let rage define your response, you hand your power to the very thing you wanted to defeat. You tell yourself that it's justified. You tell yourself they deserve it. And maybe they do. But the truth is this: your soul deserves peace more than your ego deserves revenge. Your future deserves clarity more than the anger deserves satisfaction. Light does not mean weakness. Light is discipline. Light is the refusal to let someone else's poison decide who you are. Standing in light is not passive. It is disruptive. It interrupts the cycle and forces a different ending. Look at the world around you. Nations, neighbors, even families are caught in endless loops of retaliation. And yet, in your own life, the same choice stands. Multiply the night or rewrite the sky. This is not about being perfect, and you've heard me say this 100 times. It is being willing to stop feeding what you claim to hate. Challenge yourself. Think of one conflict still heavy on your heart. Instead of replaying what was done to you, ask, what action would reflect light, not darkness? Then take one step toward it today. The noise you call normal. You stop noticing it. The constant hum of distraction, the scroll, the notifications, the endless breaking news, the pressure to keep up. It's all noise. But because it's everywhere, you've convinced yourself it's normal. Noise is not harmless. It steals your attention in small bites until there's nothing left for what matters. It numbs you just enough to stop asking hard questions. It fills every corner so silence never has a chance to teach you. That's how whole lives disappear. Because under the noise, not tragedy, not disaster, just the quiet erosion of focus until your days are spent reacting instead of living. Don't confuse stimulation with life. Stimulation is a hit, but life is a rhythm. Stimulation fades. Rhythm sustains. And when you trade rhythm for constant hits, you train your mind to chase chaos instead of clarity. This world is loud, yes, but your soul was not built to live death. There is a signal beneath the static, and you already know that it's there. You hear it in the moments you pause, the breath before you sleep, the walk without your phone, and the silence you keep avoiding. The question is not whether the signal exists. The question is whether you will clear enough space to hear it. Noise will always be offered. Silence must be chosen. Challenge yourself. Spend 10 minutes today with no phone, no music, no background, just silence. Notice what surfaces when the static is gone. The pattern you keep ignoring. It keeps happening. Different faces, different settings, but the same frustration repeats. You call it bad luck, bad timing, or bad people. But that's not the truth. The truth is, you're in a pattern. And patterns don't exist to punish you. They exist to wake you. Every repeated conflict, every familiar disappointment, every cycle of almost making it, these are signals. They point to the part of your life you keep refusing to face. You already feel it. The moment the cycle begins again, there's that sinking recognition. Not this again. Yet you still walk the same road, hoping for a different ending. That's a trap. Expecting change without changing yourself. The universe will keep sending the same lesson until you learn it. Not because it's cruel, but because you're too valuable to stay stuck. And the pattern is not the enemy. Denial is. Breaking it doesn't require perfection. It requires awareness. And the second you see the pattern clearly, you take back power. And you're no longer a victim of circumstance. You're a student with the choice. And a choice is what turns repetition into growth. But growth, it only comes when you do something different. Speak the truth you've been avoiding. Set the boundary you've been afraid of. Choose the harder path that actually leads you out, not the easier one that circles back. If you don't, the cycle continues. If you do, the cycle breaks. It's always been that simple. Challenge yourself. Think of the one struggle that keeps repeating in your life, and then write it down and know what the common thread is. Then decide what single action could break the cycle this time, and take on the challenge. The people who drain you. You already know who they are. The ones you dread answering. The ones who leave you heavy after every conversation. The ones who take your energy like it's endless. But here's the truth you avoid. Keeping them close is costing you more than you can admit. Every drained moment is a moment you didn't give to what matters. Every forced smile, every swallowed frustration, every "it's fine" when it's not. That's energy you'll never get back. The universe has been sending you signals. Exhaustion, resentment, the tightness in your chest when their name lights up your phone. These are not random feelings. They're warnings. You tell yourself loyalty matters, that walking away is cruel. But loyalty without boundaries is not kindness. It's self-betrayal. And cruelty is staying where you're silently dying inside. Letting go is not about hating them. It's about loving yourself enough to stop leaking life into people who refuse to grow, refuse to listen, or refuse to give. It's about choosing balance over depletion, reciprocity over one-way roads. The universe won't cut the cord for you. It will keep showing you signs, louder each time, until you finally decide, my energy matters more than their comfort. Freedom is not gained by clinging. it's gained by release. Challenge yourself. Choose one draining connection. Set one boundary this week. Say no, delay the reply, or step back. And then notice what follows. The excuses you keep polishing. You're smart with them by now. You've shaped your excuses into shields. Polish them until they sound reasonable, even noble. I don't have time. I'm too tired. I'll start when things settle down. They roll off your tongue so easily, you almost believe them. But here's the truth. Excuses are prisons disguised as protection. They keep you safe from risk, safe from discomfort, safe from growth. And safe is where dreams go to die. Every excuse you repeat digs a deeper groove in your life. Before long, you're not just making them, you're living inside them. You become the person who always wanted to, but never did. The person who waits for the right time, not realizing that waiting is the time. The universe has been nudging you. That relentless urge, that quiet guilt, that spark of energy when you imagine doing the right thing, that's the signal. The excuses drown it out, but they don't erase it. Excuses may protect you from failure, but they also protect you from success. They guard you from rejection, but also from connection. They shield you from pain, but also from purpose. And here's the hardest truth. Nobody's buying them but you. The world doesn't bend for excuses. It bends for action. Stop polishing. Let them break. Step forward raw, messy, and unready. That's where movement lives. Challenge yourself. Name the top excuse out loud. Then, today, not next week, take one step you've been putting off because of it. Small or big, it doesn't matter. Action breaks the lie. The future you're delaying. You keep saying you'll get there. Tomorrow, next week, when things calm down. But here's the signal you keep ignoring. Your future is being written right now in the choices you delay. The life you imagine doesn't appear later. It's built daily with what you do and what you avoid. And every time you postpone, you trade a piece of tomorrow for the comfort of today. And comfort isn't the thief that steals whole decades. Think about it. The future you want, the health, the freedom, the impact, the peace, it doesn't arrive as a gift. It arrives as a result. The question isn't whether you deserve it. The question is whether your actions are creating it or quietly killing it. The universe has been flashing the same message. Urgency. That nagging thought that you're capable of more, that's not random. That's your future trying to break through. And every delay muffles it. One day, you'll realize the future you wanted passed you by. Not because you weren't worthy, but because you waited. Waiting is not preparation. Waiting is surrender. This is not about pressure. It's about truth. The future doesn't come later. It comes from the choice you make right now. So ask yourself, what would tomorrow thank you for today? And why aren't you already doing it? Challenge yourself. Choose one thing your future self needs you to start today. Do it. Even if it's only one small step. Prove to yourself that tomorrow begins now. The choice that changes everything. All the signals ignored, all the patterns repeated, all the excuses polished until they sounded reasonable. They led to this moment, right here, right now. The truth that cannot be escaped is simple. Nothing changes until the choice is made. Not tomorrow, not when it feels safe, not when the world quiets down. Change begins the instant a clear decision is made, when the life you want becomes more important than the comfort of staying the same. The universe has been patient, sending countless signals. The relentlessness you feel, the tension in your chest, the moments when your mind won't stop circling the same questions. That is your own signal. An intersection of potential and decision. Ignoring it has been optional until now. You can stay trapped in old patterns, lost in noise, distracted by everything but your own life. Every delay is a vote for stagnation. Every hesitation is another year surrendered to the life you could have had. Every excuse steals momentum. Every repeated mistake is a reminder that signals are not infinite. The choice is not heroic. It is simple. Yet the consequences are enormous. Step forward. Speak the truth. Begin the work. No one else can make it for you but you. The universe cannot act on your behalf. So you must challenge yourself. Everything shifts the moment a decision is made. One choice today sets the next for tomorrow. Momentum grows in small acts of courage that seem insignificant but compound over time. And the life you imagine is built not in theory, not in preparation, but in the choices you finally act upon. Do not underestimate this moment. Do not ignore the signs any longer. Every second that passes without action is a second surrendered to what you could have been. This is your final call. Challenge yourself. Decide on one bold action that has been waiting. Commit to it now. No waiting, no justification. Make the choice that sets everything else in motion. The messages have been delivered. Not whispers, not suggestions, not ideas. Truths you already sensed. Nudges you already ignored. Reflections of your own life flashing back from the cosmos. You may feel settled. You may feel unsettled. That is exactly how it should be. Discomfort is the sign that awareness is opening, that the boundaries you've built around yourself are shifting. The world did not give these signals to punish you. They came to awaken you. Each pattern, each repeated mistake, each moment of hesitation, look at them differently now. They are not failures. They are invitations. They are mirrors showing you what has been hiding beneath the surface. You are seeing it now. You are naming it. And you are finally willing to face it. And still, the choice remains yours. Awareness without action is only reflection. And the universe does not act for you. It does not push. It does not plead. It presents. It signals. It waits. Carry the lessons forward. Watch the patterns in your life with sharper eyes. Protect the silence. Honor the signals. Release what no longer serves and step deliberately toward what you are meant to create. You are not the past. You are not your excuses. You are not the noise you tolerated. You are the one who chooses, the one who sees, the one who listens when the rest of the world turns away. Let this be the moment you start paying attention, truly paying attention. The messages will keep coming. The question is, will you listen this time? I want to thank you once again for joining me on this journey of discovery and opening up and allowing these messages to permeate and take hold of your soul for action. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this volume of Messages from the Universe.